If you're using cold emails to sell a service and you're using any of the phrases I'm going to cover in this video, well, you're massively sabotaging your chances of sales success. Using the phrases I'm going to cover in this video in your cold emails is like driving to your prospect's office, slapping them right in the face, and then driving back to your office, getting on your computer, sending an email, and hoping to get a deal done. They are that devastating to your chances of sales success. Hi, I'm Will Barron, founder of salesman.org, where we've helped thousands of salespeople who sell services crush their sales quotas. So the first phrase that you've got to wipe out from your cold emails is, I know you're busy, but, and that but is incredibly important. That's where you've got to avoid at all costs. Because you might think that you're being considerate when you say this part of your sentence, but the but element makes all of that null and void. Simply saying but undermines all of the good intentions you might be trying to put across when you're acknowledging that someone might be busy. Because by saying but, what you're doing is saying, I know you're in pain right here, but I just simply don't care. I do not care because I'm going to ask you what I was going to ask you regardless. Instead, if you know that your prospects are super busy, why not pitch them on a really quick value-adding conversation that's going to reduce the amount of time that they've got to deal with you to get a sale completed? You could do this by offering an executive breakdown of what's going on within your industry at the moment. That 5-minute quick conversation saves the buyer a load of time and could really help you in getting a deal done. Let's put this into practice. You could say then in your email, I know you're busy right now because it's the end of the quarter. You've acknowledged why they're going to be busy. And then rather than saying but, you can say, and so I've listed 5 ways I can help with your revenue below. You've saved the buyer a ton of time, effort, and stress of getting on a call with you, and you've given them value up front. The next phrase that you've got to eliminate from your cold emails is saying just. When you say just, it makes you sound weak. Think about it like this. If you really did offer an incredible ROI to a potential customer, would you say in your email, I was just hoping to get on the phone with you on Wednesday next week? Or would you say, if you were confident in the ROI that you can deliver, you would confidently and assertive perhaps ask, does it make sense to jump on the phone this coming Wednesday? Using the word just makes you passive. It makes you a bit of a drip. It suggests that you're hoping for some reason, some miracle is going to happen and the prospect might agree to your meeting. Instead, because everyone's just so freaking busy, with your cold emails, you need to be direct and assertive if you're going to get any replies whatsoever. The next phrase that you've got to remove from your cold emails is, I'm sorry for my persistence. And look, this is real simple. If you've sent more than a couple of emails, well, your persistence is clear. You don't need to apologize for doing your job. And you shouldn't apologize for doing your job. As soon as you start to apologize for being a salesperson, your authority starts to go down. The flip side of this is that your authority shoots all the way up when you're assertive and you don't apologize for just doing what you're supposed to be doing. Think about it like this. Your doctor, well, they're not going to apologize for leaving you 4 voicemails, and they're going to send you 3 emails, and they're also going to ring your mum and your dad once because they've got some important information to deliver to you. They're not going to apologize about that. The doctor knows that the service that they're delivering is incredibly important. And if you're selling for any reputable company and you're selling a product that does deliver ROI, return on investment, then you shouldn't apologize either. So if you're constantly finding yourself apologizing for your email outreaches, apologizing for being persistent and doing your job, you've really got to wonder, is what you're selling really delivering the ROI that you're saying it is? The next phrase that you've got to eliminate from your emails, and I get hit with this regularly, is, can I pick your brain? Now, founders and directors and VPs, the people with the budget, the people that you want to be cold emailing, well, there's an incredible demand for their time each day. So why on earth would they give you their time just to pick their brains? It doesn't mean anything. It's a weird random phrase that is probably in some film or in pop culture somewhere, yet salespeople use it all the time because they're not assertive, because they're scared of asking what they really want, which is a meeting to discuss their product or service. It's an overused phrase, it's completely vague, and you're not really offering the buyer any value by making this suggestion of brain picking. So don't use it. Similarly, and you can see the trend here of being assertive rather than passive with your cold emails, whilst of course still being polite, you should never say when you have a moment. Can you reply to this when you have a moment? Can you send me that document when you have a moment? To get responses from busy individuals who have the budgets that we're all chasing and trying to claw into our own bank accounts, you need to be clear and concise with your requests for time, for meetings, for results or assets from an organization that can move you along the sales process. You need to make it super easy for the buyer to comply to your requests. I like to frame it up of, does it make sense to do X? If so, we should do X next week. Simple as that. Does it make sense to jump on a call to discuss this? We should jump on a call to discuss this on Monday next week. The buyer can then look in their calendar, they know your calendar's open, and they can get a meeting booked in. When you say, when you have a moment, you're implying that they've just got these random moments of time throughout the day where they can get back to you. They don't. Everybody is incredibly busy. The people who've got the budgets are too busy for emails like this that are not assertive and are not direct and concise. So there are 5 quick and simple phrases that you should definitely avoid when you're cold emailing potential customers to sell them your service. So if you like this video, make sure to click that thumbs up button. If you hated it, for whatever reason, click the thumbs down. And make sure to click one of the videos that are on the screen right now to continue your sales education.